Okay, I want to point out, certainly reading is helpful. Looking at it, you might say, what are they asking me to do? They're saying what f of x is, infinite series. They say compute the sum of it and find the interval convergence. To get you started, it says write f of x. Let me point out what this is. This is f of x as a sum of three geometric series with a common ratio. Wow, let's take a look at that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to start it in the beginning. And I'm going to talk about, one series at a time, so to speak. All right, what would the next one be? It would be x6, right? Let me just write that one down for you now. So I see 1, and I'm just going to call it S1. And what's S1? It's 1 plus x over 14 cubed plus x over 14 to the 6th power. All right? And I think I could write the next term down without seeing it there. What's that going to be? If you look at it, it's going to be x over 14 to what power? Well, those powers are going up by 3. All right? So I want to just say we got some of it done. I'll put S1 down now. And let's write this down. So it's going to be, 1 plus x over 14 cubed. And this is going to be x over 14 cubed, but we're squaring it, plus yada, yada, yada. So I'm going to write down what that sum looks like to me. It looks like this over here. 1 minus x over 14 cubed. That's a common ratio, by the way. All right? That's done. Let's do the next one. And let me talk about that, the highlighter out. And I'm going to look at this over here. This term, and this term. I'm going to write that down for you. I'm going to call it S2. What do I see? Minus x over 14 to the 1st power minus x over 14 to the 4th power minus x over 14 to the 7th power. And I'm going to say yada, yada, yada. It looks kind of strange. I'm going to factor something out from it. So I'm going to say S2. I'm going to factor out minus x over 14. We left off with 1 plus x over 14 cubed plus x over 14 to the 6th power. Well, that's deja vu, isn't it? Let's write that down. So S2 is going to be minus x over 14 times, and we just did this, was going to be, it's right over here. So it's going to be 1 over 1 minus x over 14 cubed. All right? Let's keep moving, and always one step at a time. I'm going to be moving to this guy now. And I'm really hoping it's like a deja vu all over again. So I'm going to call this S3. Put this over here. Let's look at it. Oh, let's see, minus x over 14 squared minus, what's the next one going to be? Minus x over 14 to the 5th power. And then what do you get? Let's see, minus x over 14 to the 8th power. And I'm going to say it goes on forever. All right? So I'm going to do something that I've done before. I'm going to factor out a minus x over 14 squared. We're left off with 1 plus x over 14 cubed plus x over 14 to the 6th power yada, yada, yada. I think we've done that before. And again, we did that right in the beginning, all right? 1 minus x over 14 cubed. Yeah, I realize for some students it seems like a lot of work. I got write down what I've got at this point, and let's just highlight these things and do it in red. I need to know what S1 is. I'm taking their hint. I need to know what S2 is. I am taking their hint. And I need to know what S3 is. And yep, I'm taking their hint. So I want to point out, looking at it, they all have a common factor. So I'm going to say this, what they call a sum over here? Oh, f of x. I'm going to factor out the common factor, which is 1 over 1 minus x over 14 cubed. Well, from S1, you get 1. What do you get from S2? Oh, minus x over 14. What do you get from S3? You get minus x over 14 quantity squared. All right? And boy, does that look tough. I would say an exam, this is a good answer right over here. What I want to do, though, is I want to simplify it. And looking at it, I'll write this over here. I am going to write down 14 cubed. I'm multiplying top and bottom of this by 14 cubed. 14 cubed minus x cubed times. Well, I got some troubles over here, and I got to go through it with you. I'm going to say it's 14 squared. That's a common denominator. Then what do you get? 14 squared minus 14x minus x squared. I'm going to simplify as a tiny, tiny bit. 14 squared minus 14x minus x squared. And let me see if I got anything else I missed. Oh yeah, Liz, another 14. So this and this, you get another factor of 14. So it's really 14 cubed, 14 squared, and a 14 here. What do you get at bottom? 14 cubed minus x cubed. Let's look at the key and see if we got that. And certainly there's other questions, but let me see if I got that part. Well, 14 cubed minus 14 squared x. Yeah, minus 14 x squared. Looks good. And I got the bottom part. Let's go to the other question they had. Finding infinite series, we just did that. And let's see, compute the sum of the series, we did that. Oh, interval convergence. Well, these are all geometric, and what do I know about the absolute value of x over 14 to the third power must be this. And that doesn't look too bad to solve, by the way. So I'm going to say, doing it, you're going to get x cubed, the absolute value of that, over 14 cubed. And I'm going to say x cubed is, absolute value of that, sorry about that, 14 cubed. And let's see if we can do that. I guess take the cube root of both sides, right? Absolute value of x less than 14. So x has to be between 14, minus 14 and 14. All right, let's take a look at that. See if they wrote that down. They did, right over here. Let's see if we did everything there. We did. We're done. Thank you.